This is Matt Dietz. This is Agency Launch. This is the podcast where I talk about what it's like running an insurance agency. I talk about marketing and sales and staffing and retention. And if you can master those four pillars, you will be successful. That's a lot of work, though. If you want some help with that, send me a text, 208-213-8809, and just send me the word free, and I'll send you a huge resource with a ton of free assets in there. There are PDFs, YouTube channels, podcasts, all kinds of stuff. There's downloadable PDFs, a lot of stuff in there that'll take you a minute to get through. But 208-213-8809, send me the word free. Okay. Hey, what's up? Today I wanted to talk about something that might help you. I do some coaching, and I want to talk about what that has been like for me and some of the experiences I've had working with agents. Some of the wins, some of the way to get the most out of my coaching program, and some of the ways to not get a lot out of my program. Okay, so first and foremost, I've been coaching agents for a couple of years now. My coaching is pretty unique. It's one-on-one. It's me and you. We meet every week, and you get me for a period of time. So you decide how long you want to work with me. You want to work with me for a whole year? Let's go. We can go for 6 months or 3 months if you just want to solve one or two problems. I work with agents all over the map. I have brand new agents. I have agents that have been at it for 5 years, 7 years, 20 years. They're all over the place. Okay. And it's so much fun because depending on where you are will dictate the kind of work that I do. I do not have a syllabus. I do not have an outline. I don't come to the table and I'm like, all right, today we're going to learn auto insurance. And today we're going to talk about prospecting for life. Now, that's important, but that may not be where you are in your career. So if you come to me, we solve the problems that you need to solve in real time. Okay. So every week you come and you're like, all right, man, Dietz, I'm having this problem right now. How do I handle this? Or I have no idea how to do this, what I do here. Newer agents really benefit a lot right out of the gate because a lot of them aren't really ready for what they've signed up for. And they think it's one thing and it's significantly more than one thing. Okay. So for example, I worked with a new agent. He was on his own for 3 months. He made $13,000 in commission in his first 3 months. He signed up with me, started with me on month 4, and the following next 8 months, he made $130,000. He won Rookie of the Year. Okay. It was super fun and he crushed it. But the direction I was giving him was really important because he did not necessarily have to guess on what to do. The stuff that I teach brings results right away. I mean, it brings results because I've built a very successful business over the last 20 years, and I love what I do. I love to teach too. If you've been listening to me, you know that I can break down challenging subjects and make them simple. Okay. That's something that I just happen to be good at. And I love doing that with the people I work with. So I've seen an agent double production in month 1. I was working with an agent. She signed up for me in October. She wrote $19,000 in October. She wrote $29,000 in November and then $39,000 in December. Okay. I helped an agent get a producer on board, and she wrote, oh gosh, what did she write? $180,000 worth of new business commission, essentially in about a 6-month period once we got her onboarded. Okay. I helped an agent save $120,000 annually in expenses. So the work that we do is really, really intense. It's really fun. And I help you I look into your blind spots for you. I help you dodge landmines, and I make sure that you're doing the work you need to be doing. The most important part, I think the most important part of this training is accountability. So every week you're going to show up and you're going to have done what we talked about the week before. Hopefully. That's the biggest strength of the program is you're not, because this is an investment. Okay. And it's a pretty big one. And there needs to be a little bit of pain coming out of your pocket for you to learn how to do this stuff. Now, almost all of the people that work with me make significantly more than what they've invested with me. I mean, a lot. So I just want you to keep that in mind. We have to be able to do the work though. So the thing where I've seen some agents struggle working with me is when they're not willing to do the work. I've had some agents that have signed up for me and they're ready to go. And I think that some of the stuff that I'm telling them to do is scary, or it's frightening, or they're afraid to do it. And so they don't figure out why they're afraid to do it. And they kind of get paralyzed. And then they stop showing up. And then they get out altogether. And that's a bummer. The work that I'm asking people to do is not scary. It is legitimately the proper work that you need to be doing to be successful in this. Is some of that work feel unnatural or scary because we have to ask people for our business and we have to build a pipeline and we have to supervise human beings who are flawed and imperfect, and that can be scary. We have to fire people. That can be scary. There is fear that comes with this. This is a profession that you chose to be in. Okay, now maybe you don't know exactly what you were getting into when you started. I don't think any of us really did. But that's why I'm here, to help you. You have to be willing to do the work, though. I work with some agents who, I give them advice and I point them in the right direction. And the next week, I say, how did that go? And they say, well, I didn't do that. And I can't make you do the work or else you're just going to be stagnant. Whatever you're doing right now in your agency is producing a certain number of new business premium. Okay. And if you do not make any changes, you know what kind of premium is going to show up every month. That's the system you've built. Okay. So if you want that number to go up, you have to make some proper changes and pivot. And sometimes it's a small pivot. I worked with an agent who was writing, 8 to 10,000 a month and really struggling. And within the first few weeks, I gave there was some mental coaching there and there were some cobwebs that needed to be cleared out, and things became very clear for this agent really, really quickly. And they immediately had their best month ever, followed the next month by their best month ever. He's like, I wish somebody had told me this a while ago. It's so much more simple than I thought. I was making things a lot harder on myself. And that just made me feel really good. It really turned this agent's career around. He was close to quitting altogether. So that was a great win for me and for him, and I'm proud of him, and he's crushing it right now. So anyway, what I'm getting at is if you need some help, reach out and let's talk. Go to agencylaunch.net and just book a call with me and see if this is going to be a good fit. I do not take everybody on. There are certain people that work really well with me. The people that work best with me are people that are, you got to be coachable, right? You got to be motivated. People that are competitive, goal-oriented. Those people are really fun to work with, but you have to be willing to do the work. You can't be afraid of the work, okay? I use the word desperate. I'm like, if you're desperate, not in a bad way, but if you are like desperate to get to that next level, desperate to clear this next hurdle, that's perfect, because there's a lot of motivation that can come from desperation, and I will give you the direction to help you get there. Okay. So if you're just like, Jesus, I can get there. I know I can get there. I just don't know how. I am your how. All right. So I just wanted to talk about what coaching can do for you. I had a coach. I had a coach for this program. Okay. Because I was stumbling early and I had some hurdles I did not know how to clear. I had some blind spots that I did not know how to clear. I hired a coach that helped me a lot. Okay. So anyway, think about it. Let's chat. All right. My name's Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I am on Instagram and Threads at Dietz Agency. I'm very active on LinkedIn. And Don't forget to send me a text, 208-213-8809. Get in my texting community. That's free. You get a lot of free stuff out of that as well. So if you want to get started there, go ahead. Or if you want to get your hands dirty, book a call and see if you're a good fit. All right. Thanks for listening. Keep up the good work.